This presentation provides a progress update on the work being done by Sattva and Kaivalya Education Foundation in Result Area 3 of the Supporting Andhra's Learning Transformation Program. Our update covers the School Leadership Development Program, the School Performance Evaluation Process, and the strengthening of CEMAT and the annual work plan and budget process.
The School Leadership Development Program in Andhra Pradesh began in 2021, with the goal to strengthen the leadership capacities of over 44,000 school heads across the state. To date, a core group of 265 master facilitators has been trained, with refresher rounds to support scaling. The training is on 12 core leadership competencies and 5 additional components. In Phase 1, these master facilitators trained a cohort in 2 progressive cycles. In Learning Cycle 1, 13,662 school heads were trained in foundational competencies. Building on this, in Learning Cycle 2, 10,700 school heads and 907 officials were trained in remaining competencies. As a direct result, their average leadership competency scores rose from 52% to 63%, measured pre- and post-training. The program is now expanding. We've upgraded to a blended model, combining in-person workshops with online learning. 7 self-paced online modules are being launched on the Diksha platform, and a practical, school-based live-action project is ready for rollout post-in-person workshops. The training for 17,000 school heads under Pool 2 began in July 2025. Following this, another 17,000 school heads will be trained in Pool 3 between October and December 2025. Next on strengthening of CEMAT. In our first diagnostic survey, the Institute was largely dormant. Since then, through targeted capacity-building workshops, exposure visits to high-performing CEMATs in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh, and strategic staffing, we have made significant progress. By 2024, CEMAT had moved from a dormant to a performing institution in 6 of 13 key areas. Our current efforts in 2025 are focused on building on this momentum. CEMAT now has 3 dedicated centers of excellence. In April, we conducted an action research for educational excellence workshop to build the research skills of faculty, a key area for development. Faculty are now actively engaged in a series of action research projects. To expand the institution's reach to the grassroots, we have drafted a proposal for a dedicated educational management and training unit within the existing structure of diets. This need was identified post a field visit to one of the diets.
The School Performance Evaluation, or social audit, was initiated to create a standardized, data-driven framework for assessing and improving government schools across Andhra Pradesh. In 2023, a baseline was established, revealing an overall state performance score of 2.91 out of 4. This baseline came from a comprehensive social audit conducted by school heads and parent committee members across 43,884 government schools, using a digital application. This process was critical in evaluating school performance across several key domains, offering initial insights and setting the stage for future interventions aimed at improving student learning outcomes. Building on this foundation, the 2024 to 2025 cycle focused on systematic rollout and capacity building. A multi-tiered training cascade was used, starting with state-level master trainers, then moving to district-level training for 2,809 CRMTs and school heads, and finally, school-level training for school management committee members. As a result, the performance evaluation was successfully rolled out in 43,946 schools. The next audit showed clear progress. The state's overall score rose to 3.29 in the 2024 N-line, and then settled at 3.14 in 2025. The audit data didn't just stay on paper, it led to real, targeted action. For instance, when low scores were noted in the equity domain, one-day workshops on school-related gender-based violence were completed in 5 of the most challenged mandals by March 2025. Now, the social audit findings are being turned into concrete action plans. The goal is for every school head to prepare a school improvement plan, SIP, that addresses the identified gaps. To support this, a standardized SIP template has been developed and shared with the Diksha team. The 2025 to 2026 action plan focuses on helping schools prepare and monitor these SIPs, aiming to reduce performance gaps by an additional 10% between July and November 2025. Alongside this, the SRGBV interventions will be scaled up, and preparations for the next social audit cycle will take place from January to March 2026, ensuring a continuous rhythm of evaluation, data-driven action, and school improvement.
The Annual Work Plan and Budget, AWPB, is a mandatory yearly exercise but has historically lacked a clear link to outcomes and has not been properly decentralized. To address this, we initiated a series of interventions. The first step was an ideation workshop that brought stakeholders from all levels, school, cluster, mandal, and district, together for the first time. They collectively analyzed the current process and co-designed improved, standardized planning formats. Building on this, we conducted an intensive 3-day training for over 110 faculty from CMAT, SCERT, and DIETS, focusing on the shift to data-driven, result-oriented planning. A recent field visit to Visakhapatnam confirmed that while quantitative data is being incorporated, qualitative insights at every level are being ignored. To address this issue, we are now developing refined training modules, which we plan to circulate across the state with support from the planning wing at Samagra Shiksha. To ensure these changes are sustainable, we plan to revive the role of DIETS in the planning process. The dedicated Educational Management and Training (EMT) unit that we proposed earlier, acting as the field arm of CMAT within each DIET, will be given the additional task of overseeing the proper creation and consolidation of school development plans, thereby strengthening the AWP&B process from the ground up. Next, to bring real-time financial transparency, we're working on a budget and expenditure tracking application named ARTH. Together, these structural and technological solutions will transform the AWPB for genuine educational improvement.